Yes, and welcome back to the Ash Williams Show. My name is Ash Williams, and I am fired up. Come on, give it to us, Cavalieri. Oh yeah, Nathan Cavalieri on guitar. Daryl Summers said he was going to be big, and he is. He's now 120 kilos and lives with his mum. Give it up for Nathan Cavalieri. Oh, I love it. Wilbur Wild on keyboard and sax. Very good. Fantastic. Fantastic. As always, a bit of a clue there too to the mystery that I won't say any more, but there's a bit of a clue to a mystery in that intro. How the fuck are you? Hope you're well. Bit going on. We've got a big episode, okay? This may be our final episode because I may be murdered, okay? In this episode, I'm going to call two perverts. One of them is the biggest pervert I've ever met online, okay? His name is Paul. Better call Paul. He's been sending me incessant messages, now going on 72 hours. I do applaud his vim and vigor and his unrelenting erection. I'm going to call Paul, and we're also going to call Carol back. Of course, last week we spoke about Carol. She's a new Facebook friend, and I took her in after she was waiting 3 years on Facebook to be friends. Obviously, I had nothing to do in Corona, so I accepted Carol, and she's fired up, that's for sure. So we'll get to that. You know it's going to be a big show when I tease the show. So settle in, folks. Pour yourself a cup of cum or whatever it is. Actually, you know what? I've got a message here. This is a bit gross too, by the way. I apologise if you've just woken up or you're in the car with the kids. But I've got a message here from Mitch. Ash, Mitch here, fired the fuck up as always. I'm a big fan of the simultaneous sip. I always join in. Sometimes with water, sometimes with beer. Never a cup of cum though. I think a cup of cum needs an upgrade. Maybe a cum cocktail. I'm thinking a Moccona Cumtini. Here's the recipe. 1 shot of vodka, 1 shot of Kahlua, 1 shot of Moccona, 1 shot of cum to serve. Add all ingredients into a shaker with ice, shake and strain into a glass, and sit back and enjoy your cumtini. Keep up the good gear, Ash. Stay safe, mate. What a beautiful message that is from Mitch. I wonder if post-corona they'll be serving cumtinis at all good bars. Just a cumtini, please, mate. You've got to be able to choose whose cum it is, surely. Imagine a Brad Pitt cumtini. Yes, please. Come hither with your cumtini. Quick Patreon plug. You know what? Musical director Stu, can you please dolly up a Patreon plug sting as well? Because of course we've got the shout out. We've got the shout out sting. It's a free shout out for Stu. Fire up. He's fired up, and so is Mitch with his cumtini. Patreon this week, we've got so much going on. Ash and Ed, version 1. Version 2, episodes galore. There's a photo there of me dancing with Ed and Husey from 2011 that relates to a recent episode. We're doing the single ladies dance that Beyonce did with 3 dwarves. Okay, so you want to check out that photo that marries up to a corresponding episode called Ship Courts and Escorts. Ship Courts and Escorts might be one of our best Ash and Eds ever. Incredible feedback we've got from Spexicano. Mate, you are well and truly pumping out the content. Thanks, Ash. Louisa wrote, I'm fired up. Jane Sasori wrote, talk about getting bang for your buck. The content doesn't stop. Hashtag MSN. And finally, Sean Butler. Couldn't agree more, Jane. Making an absolute unbelievable amount of noise, Ash. Well, it is my pleasure, guys, and We've got a lot coming up. Of course, the live Carl will be next week. We still are trimming the fat on our Instagram. We're at about $14.99 at the moment. I've been getting messages from some dude who keeps sending me accounts. Here it is. I don't know who it's from, but it says, loving the Kalash. Surely these faceless accounts have to go. You need to identify and make some noise. Love your work, mate. And then there's 4 emojis. There's a woman with her hand up. I believe it's a male sex sign. And there's a fire up. And then there's about 50 screenshots of faceless accounts. So thank you very much for that, whoever that was. But the cull is happening, live cull next week. There will be blood. May the odds be forever in your favour as we trim the fat back down to about $12.50. It's going to be exciting. This is your final warning to any other podcasts that follow the account. Join Patreon or you will be culled, okay? Or make an unbelievable amount of noise. This is your final warning, all right? I'm going to say this, by the way. This podcast is heading in the right direction. All right, we got a message from @PreciousRobbie on Instagram 2 weeks ago who said, it's official, the podcast is back to its best. Well, guess what, Precious Robbie? We're going to surpass the best. Just got chills. Shout out to Scacey. It's a free shout out to Scacey. How the fuck are you, Scacey? Fire up. Oh, yes. References galore to any new listeners. Don't even bother. Now, Michael Cormick, the singer, the Phantom of the Opera lead, we pitched Tens and Dudes to him. We're going to talk to him again. I promise you we'll get him back on the pod. But he uploaded a photo of him with his dog, which I'm putting on YouTube right now. I'll put it on our socials. And I came up with a new business called Tens and Dogs. Shout out. Boom! Tens and Dogs. Fire up. I don't mind Tens and Dogs because everyone's got a fetish. Okay, from the producers of Tens and Dudes comes Tens and Dogs. Is it a human? Is it a dog? And then you just accept the money. Another adjunct to that business is Tens and Dwarves. I think that would be nice. I know a lot of dwarves. Some of my best friends are dwarves. I've been messaging dwarves all weekend because I've been trying to get this footage of me and Ed and Hughesy dancing. So maybe Tens and Dwarves could be a good little backdoor business. Actually, maybe, so you've got Tens and Dudes, right? Tens and Dudes is the main business, and then through 2 separate doors, you've got Tens and Dogs and Tens and Dwarves. I think it's pretty good. Crowd loves it. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Now, let's get to Carol. Last week, of course, I spoke about Carol. She was waiting for 3 years to be my Facebook friend. Actually, I'm going to read you again what she said. She said, I'm not sure why you accepted my friend request if you don't want to chat and be friends. Friends are meant to chat, or there is no friendship. And I wrote back, sorry, I've been busy, nothing personal. We'll try and respond more. Have we met in person? Carol writes, thanks, Ash. I know you've been busy, but I'm a straight shooter and I don't have friends for the numbers game. Now, we haven't met before, but I've seen you out and about 5 years ago. Have a great day. And she said, if you ever want to chat, here's my phone number. So we're going to give her a call. I'm going to 1831 the fuck out of this. I hope 1831 still works for private. I got a message here from someone who said, be careful of Carol. I hear she has a thing for covering dudes in sardine oil and sending them into her cool cat's enclosure. It's a pretty good reference. Let's get that song because it is a fantastic tune.
Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed them to tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin.
Quality track. We might actually do our own remix of that. So maybe we'll rap something and let's just see what happens in the phone call, because then that might dictate what we put into the song. But we'll do our own Carol song, I think. Stu, our musical director, I hope you're listening. You're going to be busy, buddy. All right, let's call Carol. This is going to be fun. Looking forward to this.
Hi. Due to circumstances beyond our control, entering 1831 before the dialed number can no longer be guaranteed to hide your number.
Shit.
You can still hide your number by entering #31# before the dialed number, or update caller ID in your device's settings. For assistance,
All right,
please...
we're going back with #31#.
Hello.
G'day, is that Carol?
Yeah, it is.
Carol, it's Ash Williams.
Oh, how you going?
Yeah, good. Just thought I'd give you a bell.
Yeah, no worries. That's all right.
What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just finished my workout and everything and just relaxing now.
Very cool. What did you work out?
Oh, just to one of my DVDs I put on there, the Tybo one, and then I'll put my music on and stuff and just do some weights and the exercise bike and the trampoline. So
Wow.
I'm a bit knackered now.
Oh, you would be. What a workout. So is
I can
Tybo...
do something.
Yeah, you do have to do something. I mean, so is Tybo still good?
Yeah, it's like boxing.
Yeah. Maybe I should get
Yeah,
some Tybo DVDs.
Yeah, no, it works all your, like you feel like you're not really doing anything, but it works everything, like your core, your legs, everything, your arms. Because I've got a boxing bag outside as well, but I haven't been out because it's been cold.
Oh, yeah? You can throw a good punch?
When I had my personal trainer, he said I gave a pretty good punch and a kick. So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I love boxing. It's really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so we haven't actually met, but you saw me in the street a few years ago or something?
No, I think I saw you at the races or something years ago, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I saw you on a show, I think it was, and that's why I think I sent a friend request. I can't remember, it was so long ago, but I just thought, oh, well, I'll just send it and see what happens. And
Yeah. Yeah, well, apologies again for keeping you waiting so long. I think it was 3 years or
all right.
something.
I know
but
you're busy.
No,
Yeah.
no. I want to, get to know you, and because I don't usually check the friend requests much, but I saw them
Yeah.
during Corona, and I thought, yeah, let's get to know each other.
You probably got 500 in there, have you?
Look, back in my glory days, I had 500. I haven't got 500 anymore, sadly.
I know, it's quite funny when I saw that. I thought, oh, is this a joke or... And then I just laughed to myself. I thought, okay, yeah, no worries.
No, it's good. I enjoy your messages. And what are you doing today?
Oh, nothing. I've got the landlord coming around about 1 o'clock to... I've got some possums that are keeping me up at night, so he's going to come and check the roof for me.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you got to get the possums out.
Yeah, and if they're chewing on wires or something, I don't want a fire to happen or something like that. So
No, you can't have them chewing on a wire. You might be watching a Tybo DVD. Don't ruin the workout.
If that happened, I can tell you that
Oh,
now.
mate, no, you can't have that. And who do you live with?
Oh, just on my own. Me and my 2 dogs and my bird Charlie and my fish.
Fantastic. When you're in Melbourne, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Sydney, but I'm in Melbourne all the time. I used to live in Melbourne, but I moved to Sydney 2 years ago. I better keep moving.
I've only been to Sydney once and it was so busy.
Yeah, what did you do when you were in Sydney?
I just went up there with my girlfriend for my birthday. I like to do different things on my birthday, so I just treated it myself and my girlfriend up there, and we did some shopping and things like that. We met Anthony Koutafidis at the airport.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Did you say hello?
He's huge. Yeah, I've got a photo and everything.
That's pretty
He's
good.
huge.
When was this?
12 years ago or
Yeah.
more.
Did you add him on Facebook?
No.
Nah.
I got a photo. That was good enough.
That's
He was
good.
a sweet guy. He was lovely, yeah.
Good guy, number 43 for Carlton. Used to take a big specky back in the day.
And he's got massive hands. He's got his arm around us, and it looks like a huge spider on my arm. It's massive.
Imagine the things you could do with those hands.
Well, who knows?
Absolutely. We can only dream. But I better keep moving, but I'll give you a bell next week.
Yep.
I'll give you a bell.
All right.
No worries.
Take
Good chatting.
care.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Harmless fun with Kaz. Now, look, I don't think Carol's going to murder me. I think Carol's pretty safe. But if Carol doesn't murder me, I've got someone who will. I've got this guy called Paul. Let's get some of Paul's messages. I started messaging Paul 3 days ago. And he's been messaging non-stop for 3 days. Okay? Like literally every 30 seconds for 72 hours. This is what he's written since Tuesday. Let's secret talk. I wrote, how does secret talk work? Paul writes, secret conversation. You're beautiful, babe. I want to date you. Let's date. Would you come up and, this is all within like 15 seconds, all these messages, one at a time, boom, boom, boom. It's like getting shot. Would you come up and see me? Babe, what's doing? I want you. You there, babe? What's doing? Come back soon. Let's have some fun. I love you. You busy? Hi. You're calling me. So then I wrote, I will call you tomorrow. He sends me his number. And then he's like, let's have some fun. Blah. This goes on. There's literally like 150 messages there. The latest one was, I love you. Hello, babe. Let's date. So let's message him now, saying calling now. Okay, let's see. This is going to be fucking creepy. Actually, I posted Paul's messages on our Patreon account, and I just got this message from one of our Patreons wrote, Jesus Christ, Paul is fired up. And Paul is fired up, but guess what? Just like Jesus Christ, I'm willing to die on a cross for you, the listeners, okay? If this is the way I go down, it's been a good ride. But just like JC, I will rise again. I will rise again. We will do anything for content. We are now a true crime podcast, okay, in the most meta of senses. I'm now doing a podcast about my impending murder. That's a new niche. No other podcast is doing that. It's time to call Paul. Here we go.
Six, one.
Surely this guy's in prison. Surely something's happened to you. He's probably on like yard duty at Barwon prison. Okay, we're going to leave Paul there for a sec. We're going to call right now some Patreons who want to know the answer to which celebrity was in the bushes at Splendour in the Grass. Let's call, I promised anyone on Patreon who wanted to know that I will call them. So we're just going to do this quickly and then we'll get back to Paul.
It's Wheeling, Dealing, Ash. What's going on?
Michael, how are you, my man?
I'm very excited. It's just the call that I'm thinking it is.
It is the call. A promise is a promise.
Can I have a guess first?
Of course, have a guest guess. Yeah.
It's got to be David Campbell, surely.
I love the guess. I love the guest so much. And I can see DC in the bushes, but it's not DC.
What about that guy from the ABC News?
You're actually in the right area, by the way, with DC, because, which I won't beep. Love the guesses. Love the guesses. It would have been amazing if it was, because it's two dudes.
I don't think we can comment on the rest of that.
We can't?
Well, yeah, I think she could be still a contender.
Wow. Okay. Well, look, your words.
That's why I said I didn't want to comment. But
No. Hey, look, man, it's all good. This is the great thing about being a caller. You can just say whatever you want. One more guess.
I can't have any more guesses. The only other person I can think is Ed, surely.
It's not
That
Ed.
would be a bit of a spooky one.
That would be unbelievable. It's like the last person you expect. No, it's not, but I'll tell you who it is. It's...
You're kidding. No way.
And...
No. Well, the first one, I'm definitely very shocked.
You're shocked?
A little bit of a hint, I guess. You could sort of see it a little bit, but no, still don't believe it.
Yeah, it's good to know. All of these things are just good to know, and then you can rest easy at night. By the way, your guess of what does UTA mean from the latest Ash and Ed podcast. You
Surely
texted,
spot on.
you got it right, man. So I'm not going to say what the answer is yet because I don't want to spoil it for everyone else, but you got it, man. So that's the chant.
I think as soon as someone said it was dirty, I knew straight away what it was.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll talk more about UTA all the way. UTA here to stay. It's one of the great chants.
Could that be part of the musical?
You know what? You're not just a pretty voice, Michael. I'm putting that on my bloody list. It goes as a part of the musical. I'm writing this down. You know what, man? It's like there's so much, man. There's so much going on. But Mike, thanks again for your support on Patreon. Anything I can do for you, let me know. And you've got the answer, bro.
All right, sweet. I'm thinking about maybe blood transfusion soon.
Yeah? You want the blood?
So is that still on the cards?
Yeah, it's an old one. I did offer blood a while back. If you look, here's the thing. You know what? For all Patreon members, if you do want any blood, I will offer you blood. I'm not even saying that as a joke. Okay, I don't donate
I'll
blood
write that down.
on the reg. Now, I'm happy to donate blood and make sure that my blood gets into you. All right? I'll tell you a little story, Mike. I used to be a telemarketer for the Red Cross Blood Bank. Their number is 131495. I worked there for about a year. And you'd call people telling them to give blood. So I know the biz. I know how it works.
You're on the other end.
And look, man, if you need the blood, it's there, and that goes for anyone on Patreon.
All right, thanks for that. I'll remember that.
Thanks, Mike. See you, bro.
Thanks,
Cheers, mate. Well done. And also, mate, you're there.
Yeah.
Any other ideas you have that are like that Tens and Dudes UTA chant synergy, let me know, man. You come on board as a producer.
Oh, this does sound good.
All right, mate. Love it, bro.
All right. Thanks,
see you,
Ash.
legend. Bye-bye. Okay, that's how it's done. We have one more call. No, he's not answering. Let's check the Facebook messages. I'm going to message Paul now saying, tried to call babe? That could be dangerous. Tried to call. No, just tried to call. I'm not writing tried to call babe. I'll be dead by tonight. Tried to call. That counts, and we'll call Paul again on the pod. Let's get some texts on the hotline 0406 284 954. Got one here from Daniel Graham Rose. Hey Ash, I was just at the drive-thru at Macca's ordering the Breakfast of Champions, a big brekkie burger with pickles, listening to your pod, and the guy serving me obviously is a fan and said, fuck yeah, Ash Williams, I am fired up, make some noise. So shout out to the essential Macca's worker at Bribey Island McDonald's. Yeah, that's a shout out. Shout out. It's a free shout out for Bribey Island McDonald's. Fire up. Mention my name for 20% off a McFlurry up there. Now let's get a voicemail from my mum.
Oh, hi Ash. Only me. Not urgent. I just set the timer so that I get up and have a stretch every hour. Otherwise I sit at the computer the whole time. Anyway, just having my stretch and thought I'd give you a call. Okay, speak to you another time. Take care. Bye.
That's the way to do it. You give me a call when you're having a stretch. If it's good enough for my mum, it's good enough for you. Maybe that's what Paul's doing. He's having a stretch, but he's not calling me. Okay, whenever you stretch, you've got to call. Thanks for the call, Mum.
Hey there. Have you got an idea for a podcast but don't know where to start? Let us help you with our individualised training to assist you in writing, producing and marketing your podcast. Take advantage of our introductory offer by registering at podcastsolutions.com.au. Classes start weekly and are currently being offered online, so get in touch to bring your idea to life. podcastsolutions.com.au.
We've got a text here on the hotline. Ash, mate, settle a bet for me. Who's your preferred mediocre Russian male tennis player from the 90s? Is it Davydenko or Kafelnikov? Fire up. It's got to be Yevgeny Kafelnikov. I love that guy. You know, won the Australian Open, beat Marcelo Rios. He's now not looking too good though, Yevgeny. If you look at his face, he's really looking puffed up. He's either had too much Botox or too much vodka. But Yevgeny for me, I love his forehand. I used to use a Fisher racket. Yeah. And I'll tell you something about Yevgeny. His daughter now is unbelievably beautiful. I follow her on Instagram. Guess what that is? Shout out for Yevgeny Kafelnikov's daughter. Follow her on Instagram. We're going to get one more message, then we get a voicemail. Ash, mate, long-time listener, short-time Patreoner, and very excited to be so. You've bloody gone and made me cough up $20 a month for this, and I just want to know I can get a free Gooch t-shirt. I've been buzzing for one of these bad boys for a long time now. I'm fired up, and I'm excited for the Gooch shirt and the future of the pods, mate. Cheers. Bocage, Gooch shirt coming your way, all right? That's very, very easy. Thanks for joining Patreon. We've got a voicemail here before we wrap it up.
Sorry, mate. Missed you. I was just finishing off my cup of cum.
Oh, that's a live voicemail. Someone's just...
It's Ash. Oh, shit. It's Adam from Sydney here. Ash, I'm fired up. I just want to say that I love the content you've been putting out recently. You are absolutely killing it at the moment, giving us all that we need to get through this Rona crisis. I loved hearing about Ed and Georgia. I think they're both really fun, and that was just a really good podcast. I just want to say thanks, legend, for being you, and all the best.
I have no idea who that is. No, that's Adam, one of our long-time listeners. So, Adam, thanks so much for the call, bud. It's much appreciated. Let's call Mitch back, that guy who left a very weird voicemail saying, I was just finishing my cup of cum. This is Mitchy boy. You got to answer, Mitch. I can't be calling you back.
Hi, you've reached Mitch. I can't take your call at the moment, so if you'd like to leave a message and your name and your number, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Mitchy, what's going on? I've called you twice now. Come on. I'll try you one more time. Let's make it a Stuart McGill hat trick. We're going to try Paul one more time. This is it. We're going to try him one more time. This would be nice. Cherry on the episode. Will Paul pop my cherry?
Hello. How you going?
Yeah, good, mate.
Oh, yeah. Not bad, yeah. Bloody raining up here. Miserable. Buzz miserable down there too, is it?
Yeah. It's a bit wet.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, mate, I got your messages. Yeah. They're very kind.
Thanks, that's all right.
Yeah, mate. So you're obviously gay?
Oh, straight. But, you know.
You're straight?
Living at home. Yeah, sort of. What about you?
Oh, mate. I mean, I'm straight at the moment, but I don't know. I'm a bit confused by your messages. So you're straight?
Oh, sort of. Bit of both. I don't know.
Yeah, a bit of both.
Who knows?
I thought you said like, oh, okay. Do you know? If you were going to have a guess.
Well, I don't know, discreet bio or something. I don't know.
Discreet bio?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
I like that. Whatever floats your boat, I love it. You know, I love anything. Whatever gets you excited, huh?
Yeah, so what are you doing today? Much? Sitting bored?
Yeah, sitting bored.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, whereabouts do you live? Oh, so you're in New South Wales?
Yeah.
Well, you got a place up there?
Oh, this is my mum.
Yeah. So when you say you want me to come up and see you for some fun, I'd come up to your mum's place?
No, wait, no, not there. Maybe find somewhere, I don't know.
Like a hotel?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. It's plenty around. Yeah.
I've just got to, mate, I just wanted to call and touch base. I've got to keep moving. But how about I give you a call, next week or over the next few days?
Yeah, right.
And we'll just see what the vibe is.
Yeah, sweet. All right, then.
All right,
I'll
mate.
let you go, all right? All right, see you, mate.
You too.
Bye. You're right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I think that's a good start with Paul. He's pretty fucking creepy. Now, if you want to see a photo of Paul, go to Patreon. Okay, I'm putting those photos up. Please don't share them. Okay, it's patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. Of course, The old Ash and Ed and the new Ash and Eds are online too. Cracking episodes, dwarf photos, it's all there. Get on board. I'm fired up. Big episode. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Ash with Him show, and I'll talk to you in like 2-3 days. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. The Ash Williams Show is recorded in front of a live studio audience, but due to coronavirus, there's no audience, so you can't hear the laughs.